Demiral is rumored to leave Juventus this summer, with Dortmund being the most interested suitor that could bring Demiral away from Juventus. But Juventus seem to want some favorism as far as being able to sign Haaland with a bit more ease in the summer for a deal to go through, something that is, of course, very hard to grant from Dortmund's standpoint. But I'll pass it off to Lane to give his thoughts and how the contract talks are currently going between Dortmund and Juventus for Demiral.
But we'll start off those details between Dortmund and Demiral. And Fabrizio Romano came out tweeting a couple of days ago, actually saying Borussia Dortmund are interested in Juventus center back Merih Demiral. Many clubs want him, and BVB are preparing a bid for Demiral. Juventus' price tag for Demiral is around 35 million. Dortmund will decide soon. Atalanta is still an option if Romero leaves. So it is very interesting to see. Obviously, Atalanta's still in the mixer, depending on what happens with Romero, but that is up in the air. But Dortmund are quite clearly the go-ahead team in the race here. 35 million is very cheap for a team like Dortmund, but we know Dortmund don't pay a lot for players. They buy cheap and sell for a massive amount, as we've seen with many people talking about how they flipped many players in the past, like Sancho and Erling Haaland going to be one soon. And Demiral for 35 million, I think is decently cheap. But compared to you're saying Kunde for 25 million, Zuma, and then you got Ben White for 50 million, Varane for 50 million. I'd say Demiral for 35 million is a pretty good deal for BVB.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a fairly solid deal. I don't think it's as cheap as some of these other offers that we've seen come in for some players this summer that have been outrageously cheap due to some of the changes in the market due to the pandemic. But I think it's still a fair deal. I don't think Dortmund would be overpaying in the range of 30 to 35 million, but it wouldn't be one of those signature signings for Dortmund, as you mentioned, where they're going to bring in someone at a low cost and then try to flip them like Sancho, like Haaland, like Ousmane Dembele, like Aubameyang, like so many other players that have come through the Dortmund system. And I think for that reason, there is a bit of an interest for Dortmund for it to be a loan with an option to buy, get a bit of a season with him, see what they think before they decide if they want to spend that much money on him. But I think it's still a fair price. I think it'd be a good addition to their back line. And of course, Mats Hummels is not getting any younger. He's still been playing well, but they are going to need someone to come into that side and be another good center back option for them. So I think it would definitely be a good deal for them to bring in a morale at around 30 to 35 million.
Yeah, it'd still be a very good deal. Like we said, it's not the cheapest of deals we've seen this summer compared to some of the other ones floating around. But 35 million is more expensive on the other end for Dortmund because they do not buy that kind of talent for that much money. Really, they go really cheap. But Dortmund could use it. They do play that three in the back system, and like you said, almost isn't getting any younger. Zagadou is not the greatest player, in my opinion, and you have likes of other players there who are very good at center back too. But they have a good team. I think Demiral would suit very well to the style in the Bundesliga. But we said Atalanta is still sticking around. Tottenham are pursuing Romero. So Atalanta could be a very big option there too. And Atalanta are still in the Serie A, and they might take a loan deal, which is very possible for a club like Atalanta, and Juventus could strike a loan deal too if Dortmund falls through with that deal and Romero does leave. But that is all ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah, certainly. I don't think Atalanta would have any problems bringing in another center back on loan from Juventus. That's worked out very well for them last year with Christian Romero, and they definitely would have no problems doing it again for Demiral. That option is presented to them this summer after they do potentially sign Christian Romero. Give them another little buy option, raise the value again, potentially like they did with Romero, make some nice profit. It's been working well for them, and I definitely wouldn't doubt that they would do it again. And of course, from Demiral's standpoint, you're getting Champions League football either way, so it's not like you're going to have a preference one way or another from that standpoint. Staying in Italy might be of interest. It really just depends at that point on the clubs and how much they are willing to give as a loan fee or what the negotiation on those buy options are going to potentially be. But I think Dortmund are probably the front runner going into this. I think it makes sense, as you mentioned. I think he works well in a back three. Of course, Hummels is going to be someone that is only going to be there for a couple more years, and adding someone alongside a Kanji and Emery Chan as the third option and Demiral in that back three definitely would be a smart signing. Any more thoughts on Demiral's moves this summer?
Just think it's a quality signing for Dortmund. They can make it happen. Atalanta, like I said, is still up in the air. And Demiral is a fantastic player. Very quick, very good with holding the ball. but can lack in concentration at some points in his game, which we saw in the Euros for Turkey. But all in all, it could be a good deal for Demiral and Dortmund if this does go through.
Certainly, and well, let us know down in the comment section down below what you guys think about Demiral's potential transfer or move this summer. If you guys did go on to enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new, as we will be keeping you up to date on all of the continued transfer news through the rest of the summer. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.